What's up, y'all? You're watching Union Minded. I am your host, Eric, and today we are going to dive into the contract here at Local 26. It's a common thing that is discussed on job sites across America. It is the tool list. You can find it here at Local 26 on page 33, Appendix A, the tool list. Now, the tool list is usually, there's two frames of thought about the tool list. One frame of thought is that the tool list is a minimum. The other frame of thought, the tool list is a maximum. I subscribe to the idea that the tool list is a maximum. Don't you give that contractor any of your money. And the reason I say that is because when you load up your toolbox with stuff that is outside of this tool list, you are taking away the requirement for the contractor to provide those tools for you. The tool list levels the playing field and ensures that every wireman that comes onto the job is equipped with the same standard set of tools so that the contractor knows what to expect, the worker knows what to expect, and nobody has an advantage over another. Some people like to run around and say this is a minimum. No, sir. This is a maximum, and I'll tell you why. If something happens at the job, something catastrophic, and your tools get ruined or your tools get stolen, the contractor is only mandated to replace what's on the tool list. They're not mandated to replace anything extra that you may have. So all the cool little gadgets that you buy, all the extra stuff, at your own risk, because that stuff, if it gets lost or stolen or anything like that, you're out of luck for that. They are not going to replace your tools for you. So let's dive in. These tools shall be on the job or available at all times. Shall is a mandatory phrase, mandatory word. When you read a contract, when you read your CBA, where it says shall, that is something that must be done. You need one 25-foot tape measure, an 8 to 10 inch adjustable end wrench, one tap wrench, a 1/4 inch. You need 8-inch side cutters with insulated handles. That's commonly called your Kleins, your side pliers, your side cutters. You need 2 channel lock pliers. This is going to be the tongue and groove pliers that you would use for tightening couplings, compression couplings, and stuff of that nature. You need 1 of each. You need a 3-inch, a 6-inch, and a 12-inch flathead screwdriver. You need 1 heavy hammer, about 2 pounds. You need 1 600-volt tester. They're asking for a Wigington type. That's the analog version, no batteries included. That's a older generational tool, and you'll find that there's stuff on this list that is antiquated and maybe it needs to be updated, but most people got a digital meter on their person. You need 1 torpedo level or an 18-inch level, either one, whichever one you choose to use. You need 1 6/32 through 10/32 bolt cutter. That's for shortening screws. You can usually get that on your multi-tool wire strippers. Klein sells a good brand. You need 1 set of box wrenches, a 1/4 inch to 3/4 of an inch. You need 1 set of Allen wrenches, 1/16 to 5/8. Notice they didn't put in metric there because we here in America use the American standard. So you are not required to have metric Allen wrenches. You need 1 Phillips screwdrivers each, 1.5 inch, 6 inch, and 10 inch. So you need a short, mid-range, and a long for Phillips screwdrivers. That takes care of your screwdrivers. You need 1 awl, 1 center punch, 1 brick chisel, 1 adjustable hacksaw frame, 1 claw hammer. Tongue-tied a little bit. 1 pair of diagonal pliers, common trade name. They call these dikes. Although in this day and age, that kind of vernacular is probably frowned upon on the job sites these days. So let's get used to calling them diagonal pliers. You need 1 long nose pliers or needle nose pliers. You need 1 hand box, 1 plumb bob, 1 combination square, 1 fuse puller, 1 toolbox, and 1 flashlight that's complete. That's it. Nothing outside of that should be in your toolbox. And the reason for that I'll follow because we're going to keep on reading through this page, and I'll tell you right here why. All foremen should also have 1 50-foot steel tape and 1 current code book, National Electrical Code. Now, here's why it's important you stick to the tool list as a maximum. In case of fire or theft, the employer is responsible for replacement when all of the following conditions are met. Number 1, both parties have previously verified which tools are on the job site. At his option, the employer may assume responsibility for tools not on this list. Notice it didn't say shall. It said may. Mother may I. They can say no. They can say no, we're not going to replace the tools that are not on this list. Number 2, The tools were stored in a secure and designated in a secure area designated by the employer. It is understood that it may not be possible to provide secure storage on certain job sites. And number 3, the loss occurs outside of the normal workday. So if you spend a bunch of money on tools to make your job easier, you find yourself at the risk of losing those tools in the case of a theft or building burns down or whatever, and having to come out of pocket again. Like the employer is not going to cover your tool loss. And that's something that we as journeymen need to impress upon the apprentices and the helpers and the R workers and everybody else on the job site, that, hey, this is the maximum. This is what we all should have. Do not bring anything extra. And I know that there's journeymen out there that'll thumb their nose at this opinion. I'm trying to show y'all how we build a strong local. And one of the main things about that is that we come in with solidarity with each other, and we're not coming in there with stuff that is going to make me be a little bit better of a hire for the employer because I come with all this extra stuff. And to take it to an extreme case, you'll see people that they carry a gang box to work, power tools and all. That is a no-no. That is a no-no and a no-go. We don't do that. You may have had to do that when you were non-union. You may have had to do that, but you are in the union now. So leave your power tools in your garage, leave all the extras in your garage, and just come with what's on the tool list as a maximum. This way, every journeyman has the same tools in their toolbox and can perform the work in the same fashion. My name's Eric. You're watching Union Minded. Remember that the fight is not left and right. It is up and down. It's going to take solidarity to win always. Each one teach one. Get out there and reach one. And remember, there could be no union without you and I front and center. So let's go. Peace.